right, so I realistically didn't want to do a showcase on Supergiant until I got her to level 70 gear 25 and transcend her, so I could give her the same treatment I've been giving to all of the other Blackwater characters, because I don't want to basically make her look, I guess, weaker by comparison just because she's not fully done yet. However, unfortunately, I don't have her potential done, and right now I'm just having so much fun with these Blackwater characters. Coming off the video I just made with Obsidian, aka Black Dwarf, if you haven't seen it, go check it out, man. I'm not even capping. This man's damage is through the roof, so much so that people are asking me in the comments on Discord and like on my Twitter whether or not I altered the video somehow to make this guy look so good, which I didn't. Obviously, why would I do that, right? But basically, I'm having too much fun with these Blackwater characters to stop. And right now, the only thing that's bad about this update is that I gotta wait a whole 12 more days to play with this uniform for Ebony Maw. It's so sad because I am very much so curious to see where this man ends up. His uniform looks really good in terms of all the things that he's doing for him. And just seeing the other characters, seeing Proxima dominate, seeing this guy decimate, and seeing who we thought would be like the weakest character again, like seeing him now in a brand new light. And then I'm hearing things about Supergiant in PvP, which sure, she has a PvP leadership, but I never thought she would be like top tier for PvP. Okay, let me stop. She now has a new passive that gives her invisibility, right, for 2 seconds every 5 seconds after she has been hit. This is pretty freaking amazing for stuff like Alliance Conquest. And if you build her enough, give her enough dodge, give her enough HP, she could actually be a viable PvP character, right? But I never thought I would be hearing stuff about her already. Jeez. So I am very much so looking forward to testing her out, seeing how she plays, and if she like has the DPS to keep up with Proxima, Obsidian, and Corvus Glaive, or is her potential, or is where she's going to be most valuable to you in PvP. As we all know, Future Fight is a PvE game, so most people don't care too much about PvP characters. However, I do, because I am now playing Alliance Conquest. By the way, if any of you guys want to join an AC focused alliance that actually plays, let me know in the comments or hit me on Discord. We have spots. Anyways, let's jump into it. All right, Supergiant. This new uniform does a lot for her, giving her more resistance, more guaranteed dodge, damage reduction, which is really good for PvP. Because of this, I think ultimately I might just settle for making her like a PvP character. We will see. The 1 skill, just stun. The 2 skill is actually really good. It has a stun, but it has a partial iframe, and it summons Proxima to just make it rain spears. It is a part of our rotation, so keep that in mind. I know we often tend to leave skills at like 3, but especially like the 1 and 2s, because the 1s and 2s in most characters kit in the game don't offer too much. This one though I think will, so you should probably level that up. The 3rd skill right here has mind control, and the damage received is increased by 30% for 5 seconds, and it ignores iframe. Plus he has a damage proc on it. So this is a PvP weapon. This is very useful for world boss if you like to control your world bosses, mind control them. The mind control and the extra damage they take stacks up basically the same amount of time. So like 5-second duration for the extra damage that they're taking, and the time they are mind control for. So basically, if you cancel this skill, you don't get any mind control. It kind of sucks. It's not like Scarlet Witch's mind control or like Rachel Summers' mind control, where you can hit the 3, get the mind control, and then use another skill. The bulk of her damage, I would say, is going to come from you hitting the 4 and then hitting the 2 and then letting the proc land when the 4 and the 2 are going off at the same time. The defense down is only 50%. However, as you can see, she gives herself 50% more skill damage and bonus damage, which is actually really good, and we've never seen them do this before. We've never seen them put skill damage and bonus damage on a I guess an active skill. Usually it's a passive, so it's very interesting that they put it here. But this is basically supposed to tell you that this is where the majority of her damage is going to come from. It also has 1 second of paralysis. By the way, you can instantly cancel this skill, so that is really, really good. The 5th skill, as you can see right here, has a heal, which is really good. She has lots of little things that are just slowly adding up to making her like really, really good, right? So she has a heal, she has silence, which could be good for ABX, and then she has 40, 40, 40, 35, which is actually crazy. She has an insane frenzy buff, giving her 40% all attack, 40% all defense, 40% crit rate, and then 35% all speed. Don't know why we need the extra 5%, since the most attack or movement speed you could have is 130%, and every character starts off at 100%. So don't know, don't ask me why they gave her 35%, but they did. Overall, I think she has a fantastic kit. Just like the other Black Order characters, for her, she has 65% defense down, and it applies in World Boss Ultimate. As for her skill rotation, this is what I've been doing. Now, the part that I said sucks is to get the mind control and to get the extra damage. Like, you know how it says they take 30% extra damage when they're mind control? To get all of that, you have to let the skill play out. But if you let the skill play out, unless you're using a judgment, this is gonna activate your proc, and even then I don't think this is a good idea to let this thing play out personally, unless it's like PvP, because it has ignore iframe. So for me, what I've been doing with her is this: I do 3, I cancel into 5, I cancel into 4, and then I cancel into 2. Yeah, it's a lot of canceling because I'm using a regular damage proc. So I'll do it again so you can see. I do 3 cancel, 5 cancel, 4 cancel, 2, and then I have Black Bolt going off, right? The reason I'm doing 3 is so I can get this damage proc here, the 75% damage proc, right? So that's why I'm doing that. Then I'm trying my best to hit the 5 without hitting any of the enemies, and then going into 4, she spawns Black Bolt, and then once I see Black Bolt coming out like moaning in agony or whatnot before he screams, that's when I hit the 2. Hopefully I'm in range, and then I summon Proxima and the spears just start flying, right? It may seem like a lot, but once I get into combat, you'll see it flows together really, really nicely. So that's what I do. I don't have the Awaken skill yet, so when I get the Awaken skill, I'll figure out a rotation and whether or not I want to keep using the 2 skill, because I feel like with the Awaken skill in the mix and how it works for the Black Warrior characters, if you instantly cancel, I couldn't because I wasn't in range. The 2 stuck right there. Anyways, from what I saw for all of the other Black Warrior characters so far, that close-up on Thanos is absolutely mental. And this skill actually does really good damage, so you want to let it play out. But from what I've seen so far for the Black Warrior characters, if you instantly cancel, you get the boss, but you get nothing. And you want to get stuff because there's a lot of hits and a lot of damage on the Awaken skill. Okay? So you always want to let them walk up to the portal like this, and then that's when you want to cancel. But for her, the enemies are too far away, so I could not cancel into any of my other skills. I really do feel that a judgment is going to be the best thing for her, and it makes sense because all of her skills is doing mind damage, literally every single one of them. Let's jump into World Boss Ultimate. Let's have some fun with Supergiant. We're gonna go on stage 70 here. We're using Proxima lead. The ignore dodge is not doing anything for us here really, but this is going to give her a little bit of extra critical damage, because right now you can see I only have 173% for critical damage. By the way, this is what I am using. I am just using ignore dodge, mind damage, 180. You can see how proc friendly she is in action, in case you didn't believe my words. Let's go. We go 3, we go 5, we go 4, we go 2. See it? Just like that. Easy money. Then we do it again. Easy money. See? Just like that. The only downside is we don't get the mind control. But at least we have paralysis, and at least she can now heal. She can turn invisible and stuff, just like Spider-Man 2099, Invisible Woman, The Thing, that kind of stuff, right? Just like that. Proc friendly. Who said she's not proc friendly? Could you get a little bit more damage out of her if you had a judgment and you didn't have to worry about landing everything on one proc? Sure. But what if you're on a budget? Ball up, my guy. Okay, we got caught up there. That's one thing I don't like about her 2 skill. Like, at the beginning, it's an iframe, but at the end, there's nothing. There's absolutely nothing there, so no protection, nothing. Alright, let's press him. Press him. I wish there was a couple more hits on the 2. And once you get used to her rotation, it's very easy and straightforward. You just pop, 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 and then pop some more, you know? Just like that, baby, just like that. I like the fact that they brought back Black Bolt, but this time he's not like a targetable summon. I just want to point out I haven't missed, like I haven't like triggered a single proc early so far in this entire thing, but I have had some procs come late. So like in terms of being proc friendly, I think she is definitely proc friendly. Usually when characters are not proc friendly, you proc on the wrong skills, but she's procking exactly where I want her to proc, which is when the 4 and the 2 are going off together, right? So we use the, we use the 3rd skill to get that 75% damage proc active. We use the 5th skill to get the 40 40 40 40 40 40 40 whatever, right? We use that to get the frenzy buff. Then we use the 4 skill to summon Black Bolt. Then we use the 2 skill. That way we have Black Bolt and Proxima attacking at the exact same time. So we're stacking up the buffs and then using 2 attacks simultaneously on the damage proc to basically burst down the boss. Okay, keep in mind she is just level 60, so I don't want anybody to say, oh, she's weak compared to the other characters. I tested the other characters at level 70, gear 25, tier 3, or awakened / transcended. She has none of those things yet. Alright boys, let's go beat up on the Maw. The Maw is pretty annoying. I am, however, disappointed that we can't take advantage of her mind control with this playstyle that I have developed for her. I am kind of disappointed with that. I wish they would have put the mind control somewhere more favorable. Or favorable. Yeah, words, English. Okay. My 5th didn't go off because the Maw is a different kind of creature altogether. Okay. I like the fact that the heal is at the beginning of the skill, so I can reliably get that. The 1 second of paralysis wasn't enough there. I gotta be careful that yep, that's what I was gonna say, that he doesn't iframe me and then make me miss everything. I really like, the only downside is that the mind control is not in a very favorable spot. Let him get out of that, because otherwise we're gonna do no damage. Okay. It's nice that even though Proxima is hitting, we're still doing mind damage from her attacks, so it still does damage. The way how Cage was describing the damage proc from the third skill on the live stream, where he said okay, the proc will transfer over to another skill. He made it seem like if you let the third skill play out, you could still get the proc, which that's not the case. Okay, come on. I hate when he goes into an iframe like this, because then all your damage just gets reduced to 1, right? So this is kind of the downside of SUPERGiANT, where your mind control, even though she now has mind control, she can't effectively use it if you're using like a damage proc. If you're using a judgment, then sure, you could use it. But I think with a regular damage proc, it's just not going to be favorable. Because I think this is like one of her best rotations. Yeah, Ma is pretty annoying. Yeah, this might not be possible. Still, this is definitely a big glow up for her, in my opinion. I know some people are gonna be like, oh, she's so bad. But those people have unrealistic expectations anyway, so nothing will be good enough for them. She doesn't even have a CTP. And again, I could have given her the judgment, but if I'm gonna do a level 60 showcase, might as well do it without a CTP. Right? Okay. He moved out of the range of the attack, so the two stuck. Well, okay. Might still be able to get it. Yeah, if we could mind control. If we could mind control, this would be a much more out. Oh, wait. I did that backwards there and it still worked out. So you could do 3. Hold on. Okay, 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 okay. Now he's spamming. Okay. Stupid spammer. Keep your spam to yourself. Got guard broken there, but it's fine. Proxima still popped in and did her thing. Could not get the 2 skill off. Oh boy, it's gonna be super close, isn't it? Wow, clutched it. You stupid spammer. Stupid spammer. So mission success, we got it. But this whole run here shows basically that even though she now has mind control, she can't really mind control bosses effectively if played with a regular damage proc, or at least not using my rotation. Right, maybe there's a rotation out there where you use the 3rd skill and then mind control him, and then your proc is somehow still good enough or like far enough off. Maybe if you don't start off with your 3rd skill, maybe if you start off with like your 5, go 5-4 and then go 3, and then the next rotation you can do 5-4. I don't know. So I'll test it. I'll test something. So ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna wrap it up right here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for liking the videos and stuff, man. Appreciate the support for the last couple of days. You guys are amazing. And big shout out to the Marvel Future Fight team. The fact that these guys have actually returned the fragments that were used after the compensation and everything, it's just absolutely insane. This is crazy, man. So I used 29 fragments to get 29 CTPs, and then I used 38 of these all war tokens to get Odin's blessings, and then I used another 5, and then they returned all of these. So in addition to all the rewards that they gave out, by the way, all the people on the forums that were complaining, look at that. Look at that. Everything got resolved. Everybody got their stuff back. And then you guys who were complaining, crying about everything and how all these people should be banned, now you get a whole bunch of free rewards courtesy of the people who almost got banned. You ungrateful swines. Anyways, man, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Big shout out to the Future Fight team. These guys are working overtime. Within 48 hours, they've basically solved everything that was like a blemish on the update and turned this thing completely around. The way how they're moving, this is absolutely amazing, and that is why your boy has been and will continue to drop the bag on Future Fight. So if you guys want to support my whaling addiction on this game right now, make sure you like the videos and check back in on the daily for more content. I'm gone.